Good morning everyone, good afternoon, good night, just depends where you're watching. I just want to first say what an amazing move we just had in the last couple hours, okay? The Fed did pause the rates as widely expected by the whole market, and that caused a bit of a hawkishness tone from the FOMC statement and also the FOMC press conference that drove the US dollar above the $99, all right, the $99.99. So the 99 price basically, and it's nearly like for a tiny hair bit 100. Okay, so very interesting. The US dollar is up more than 2.3% already this week. So let's jump straight into the FOMC and what they had done that caused that whole move. But before we go a little bit inside of the FOMC, I just have a few things to talk about with you. The first one is, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel right now, because that helps us grow our content, and also thumbs up on this video that shows YouTube that this video is actually a good quality and people are liking it, so it's gonna give it to others into the platform as well. And if you're not yet participating on the Telegram channel, make sure to join. We just reached 300 subscribers, so that's awesome. Thanks for everyone that joined it there. It's a really great community, and I'm sending messages every single day for all the members there. So if you're not yet into the Telegram, go into the description and join us now. And last but not least, don't forget today's Thursday, so I will be doing a webinar from 4 to 5 p.m. So I will be diving a little bit deeper inside of those topics about the FOMC, the Fed, and how will that perform into the next coming quarters, the coming months, because there's a few different aspects from that perspective of what did happen and what will happen. So come tonight, come this afternoon, that I will be answering everyone's question and talking a little bit more in depth about that as well. Cool. So moving on, what did the Fed actually do? Well, as I say, widely expected, they maintained the rates at 4.5%, 4.25, 4.5%. That was the range that they had. So there was no much of a big surprise into the rate decision. Okay, so that was widely expected. Now, that's already the second or the third, if I'm not wrong. I think it's the third time that the Fed hold interest rates consecutively, okay? So if you remember last time when the Fed holded 3 times the interest rates at the same rate, into the fourth time they've cut 25 basis points. So that's what can possibly happen. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to be discussing into the webinar today. Will the Fed cut into September, or won't the Fed cut into September? We're not going to have the meeting on August, so we will only have the meeting into September. But moving on, so what was really interesting is that for the meeting of September, since we had the interest rates decision, the expectations for the rate to cut in September was at 67 to 70%. So it was quite high because of the cut, because of the non-cut, and the market was expecting that. So it just priced in, okay, that September, the next meeting to September will be the actual one that they would do the cut. After the meeting, after FOMC actually press conference, that changed a whole rip, and you guys can see right here on this image that is right now, that's the CME FedWatch Tool. It's public. You can just go into Google and type CME FedWatch Tool, click on the first link, and that's where you're gonna get. So you can see that right now it's a complete different episode. Okay, it's a complete different understanding of what would be the potential for the market to happen into the month of September. Well, it's very close on a 50-50. Okay, you can see that from 70% of the whole economists and the whole other hedge funds and everyone that was actually interviewed to know what could be the possibility of doing it, and now believing that there will be very close to no cut again into September. my expectations from what the Fed have say, and that's where I'm going to be, I don't have much time here. Unfortunately, I can't have a 2 hours video, but that's where I'm going to be dicing all of the pieces and putting everything together for everyone on the webinar today from 4 to 5 p.m. So make sure to join the Telegram, because that's where I will be sending the link. The link will be sent on the Telegram. So for the webinar, the link will be sent on the Telegram. So you need to be into the Telegram to get access to the webinar. Okay, cool. Now moving on. So what the Fed say, what Jerome Powell say, it's the key for what happened into the CME that you guys just saw. So it's a nearly 50-50 chance of nothing happening, okay, from a perspective of the rate cuts. So you know, one of the things that I'm going to be very honest here, with the tariffs entering into 1st of August, that will be very, very bad for the Fed, and also for the economy, also for the inflation, also for the growth, also for the manufacturing, also for the infrastructure of the whole country. Second, the Jerome Powell is not in a hush and not in a rush, because he mentioned multiple times that that the rates are not denificating the economy. So there's no need to cut that soon. So the rhetoric of higher for longer will probably be maintained until end of this year. But that's where I'm going to be showing you all of these statements and showing you actually going to the FOMC website and showing all of that live today from 4 to 5 p.m. So the Fed did maintain the rates as expected. For those who were into the webinar yesterday, we were able to catch over 200 pips in profit. So from shorting euro dollar, from shorting GBP USD, from longing US dollar against the Japanese yen, and shorting Aussie against the Canadian dollar. So that was a really, really good trade. A few of the best trades that we had this week was 4 trades. So literally, we've made over 4%, over 6% into 4 trades. And that's all you had. And that was the end of the month, the last week of the month. So we don't need to be catching 1,000 trades a day to be profitable. You just need to catch good trades and manage your risk into a good way, in a healthy way, and then you will be profitable. So that's where I'm teaching everyone every Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. So come with me, join the webinar from 4 to 5 p.m. today, that I will be disclosing what could be the potential next trades following up the FOMC this morning. Guys, thank you so much. I hope to see everyone back today into the webinar. Otherwise, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to join the Telegram group. Okay, we just reached 300 members, so that's awesome. Hopefully we can continue to grow. Thank you so much. I see you tonight, or see you into the next video. Bye-bye.